we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you an executive? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. First up, Queen Izona Samuels. You celebrated your birthday yesterday. Your 10 children, Omar, Geisha, Shanil, Shanice, Brenton, Troy, Marsha, Marcia, Jeffrey and Raddy, plus your 16 grandchildren and your 1 great-grandchild. They had asked us to wish you a happy birthday yesterday. They are telling us to tell you that they love and appreciate you very much. And they are also saying that on this Saturday, they are going to be hosting an unforgettable birthday party for you, Queen Izona. Here is hoping that yesterday you had a wonderful birthday and may you live to see lots more. If you look on your screen, I got that WhatsApp message last night. The person said, "Good night, Sir Popeye. I know almost the whole Jamaica listens to your program. I'm asking you to do everyone a favor by informing these so-called crab catchers. Inform them that they can't be entering people's property at night under the guise that they are catching crabs. This can lead to serious altercation because in 2025, we don't know who is who. We are scared for our lives and will move to protect our assets. So for these people's safety and ours, please, I'm asking you to advise them that this practice is not safe for anyone." The person continued, "Imagine coming home from work and the car parked at your gate. People jump over your fence and 4 to 5 men walking around in your yard. What are you to think? In a time where people are getting kidnapped for ransom, lives being taken for whatever reasons, and cars stolen." Shake my head. Crab catchers, take heed. You see, nobody now say, "Oh no, for catching no crab," but entering people's private property can be very dangerous. A word to the wise. In this next report, members of a St. Mary family, they are lucky to be alive. Look and listen.
Right. Good morning, sir. So, this is an incident that occurs in a community called Petersfield near Breezy Hill in St. Mary. So, an excavator is cutting a road to a property, and after the excavator operator take out a stone and put the stone on the banking, one of the bowlers got away and end up straight through a house right there. There were 5 persons in the house at the time. Thank God nobody get any personal injuries. But as you can see, it is major damage to the house and furniture and otherwise. It happened day before yesterday morning, that would be Monday morning, there about around 9:30 in the, well, a little before 9:30 in the morning. So the entire family has been devastated and is really still in a state of shock.
Boy, may I tell you, can you imagine if someone was in the way of that boulder? Boy, may I tell you. In this next report, Two Westmoreland schoolboys. They were charged by detectives at the Savannah Lamar Sissoko office for attempt rape. They are one, Rushane Samuels, but he is popularly known as Monks. The other one is Valando Smith, but he is popularly known as Iggy. They are both living at Lower Darliston in the parish of Westmoreland. The allegation is that on Wednesday afternoon, May 7, about 2 o'clock, a 16-year-old schoolgirl, she was walking along Top Road in Darliston. She was walking home from school when she saw Monks and Iggy. It is alleged that both Monks and Iggy, they held on to her school uniform, pulled her panty and said to her, "A pum pum we want." They started wrestling with the female, but somebody thought this female well. What did she do? The 16-year-old schoolgirl, she grabbed onto both of them balls. Did you hear what I just said? The 16-year-old schoolgirl, she grabbed onto the two of them balls. It is said that Monks, he managed to bite her on her right hand. The female, she managed to escape from them and she went home where she reported what took place. A report was made to the police and both Monks and Iggy, they were picked up by the police. They were charged, so they'll be facing the courts shortly. Question: did you know that there is no statute of limitation for the offense of rape in Jamaica? So if while you were in school, you were sexually assaulted, even if the offender is now old and grey, you can still get justice. Report them. Two guys from Old Harbour in St. Catherine, they were charged recently and it is alleged that they committed the act between 2014 and 2015. That female is now 24 years old, so the acts were allegedly committed when she was between 13 and 14 years old. One of the guys charged is Javian Smith. He's now 33 years old, and the other one is Kemar Williams. He is now 39 years old. They are both living at Goldburn Lane in the Old Harbour area of St. Catherine. They'll be facing a judge shortly. In this next report, I carried a report on Thursday, May 8th. I told you that the previous day, Wednesday, May 7, about 12 midday, two sisters, one is 10 and the other one is 9 years old. They were walking home from school. They were walking in the pond community of Old Harbour in St. Catherine when they were approached by a scum bucket. He forced them into the bushes and threatened to kill them if they made any noise. The scumbag, he then ordered them to take off their clothes. The piece of nastiness, he then performed all kind of sex acts on the babies. He then allowed them to leave. A report was made to the police and following police investigations, the scum of the earth, he was picked up and positively identified by the babies. His name is Ricardo George Brown. He is 35 years old and he is living at Wellside Lane in the Churchpen area of Old Harbour in the parish of St. Catherine. He was slapped with a number of charges in relation to these two girls. But not only that, following police investigations, it was found out that this scum of the earth, he is the stepfather of an 8-year-old girl. It was found out by the police that this scum, he was also sexually molesting that baby. He was also charged for that and he'll be facing the courts shortly. This next incident, it took place Tuesday afternoon, May 20, about a few minutes after 2 o'clock. It took place at Meadowvale Drive in the Gregory Park area of Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Our information is that a 25-year-old bar operator, she was in her bar when two hoodlums entered. One of them was armed with a gun. The hoodlums, they took down the female and they proceeded to rob her of cash amounting to almost 120,000 Jamaican dollars. The hoodlums, they also damaged 2 gaming boxes and them thief the LCD screens and operating devices from both boxes. They then made good their escape on a motorcycle that was parked along the roadway. Just like that. In this next report, detectives at the Morgansbridge police station in Westmoreland, they have arrested and charged a guy for almost killing a 36-year-old guy known as Buccaneer. The guy who was charged is Audrian Murray, but he's popularly known as Size 5. He is 30 years old and he's living at Top Lincoln in Grangeville in the parish of Westmoreland. It is reported that Size 5 and Buccaneer, they had been having a conflict. On Thursday morning, May 8, about 9 o'clock, Buccaneer, he was walking along the Herring Piece Road in Grangeville when he walked past Size 5 who was standing along the roadway. It is alleged that Size 5 entered his white Toyota Axio motor car that was parked along the roadside, started it, drove off and used it to mow down Buccaneer. Buccaneer, he fell to the ground and he was rendered unconscious. Size 5, he then drove away, making good his escape. Buccaneer, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted. A report was made to the police, and yesterday, Wednesday, May 21, the police, they carried out a raid and they held Size 5. The Toyota Axia was also seized. He was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, follow me now, follow me. I have started uploading news contents to YouTube since September 2020. I remember when every single day I would come here and report that hoodlums killed 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 or 6 people in Western Jamaica. Since this new commissioner of police came into office, he has been doing a lot. At the end of the day, follow me now, you know. At the end of the day, when crime is out of hand, we blame the police. We blame the National Security Minister, and by extension, we blame the Prime Minister and the present administration. This Commissioner of Police, he came into office last year, and what he did was strategically placed some commanders in charge of each police division. He ensured that these commandants, they were held accountable for what was happening in their police divisions. He did a lot more, which I won't say here, but the end result is, based on all that this Commissioner of Police did, major crimes have been trending down since the start of this year. A parish like Westmoreland is now seeing over a 50% reduction in murders, and for that, we are big up the foot soldiers. We are big up the intelligence arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We are big up the supervisors. We are big up the commanders, the Commissioner of Police, the National Security Minister, and by extension, the present administration, including the Prime Minister. If you want to say I am being political, that a few business, because when crime was out of control, I came right here so and I bash all of them. Got it? I also want to take time out to big up you, the intelligencers. Yeah man, you. Big up yourself for passing on the intelligence. But guess what? There is a lot more to be done. You, the people of Jamaica, you know where the guns are hiding. Do what you must to keep your community safe, because those illegal guns, they are not keeping your community safe, because pretty soon those guns are gonna be turned on you and members of your family. You know where the hoodlums are hiding. Do what you must. Inform on them. For 45 days straight, there was no reported murder in the parish of Westmoreland until last night. That guy on your screen, the one to the front, his name is Mickail Reid, but many persons knew him as Mickey. On July 3 coming up, Mickail, he will be celebrating his 37th birthday. He is from 117 Darling Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. The guy in the photo beside Mickey, he was popularly known as Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly's correct name is Nicholas Reid, and I am not sure whether or not Jelly Belly and Mickey were related, but one thing is for sure. They were very good friends. In fact, you can say they were cronies. Jelly Belly, he has been to jail and prison on a number of occasions, and may I talk about from Jelly Belly was a teenager. So there was a war involving some guys from the Darling Street area of Savannah Lamar, and this is how this war started. A guy who was in the scamming business, he gave Jelly Belly some money to buy an illegal gun for him. Jelly Belly, he did not buy the gun, and when he was asked, him used badness and decided that him now run back the food. As a result, there was an all-out war, and may I talk about lots of shots being fired and persons started getting killed or injured. Follow me now. That young man on your screen, his name is Oraine Ricardo Reid, but he was popularly known as Rhino. Rhino, he was born on January 28, 1986. Rhino, he was a very enterprising young man who was not involved in any foolishness. He is from Broughton in the Little London area of Westmoreland, but he was now married and living in Canada. Orion Reid, also known as Rhino, and Mickail Reid, they were brothers. Are you following me? Same father but different mothers. Orion, he came from Canada in the latter part of October 2019 to visit his family at Broughton in the parish of Westmoreland. He also carried back some things for his brother Mickail. It was soon time for Orion to go back to Canada, so on Monday afternoon, November 4, 2019, Orion, he drove a car to 110 Lane at St. Crescent in the Savannah Lamar area, where he met up with his brother Mickail. He gave him the things that he carried for him. Orion, he had no idea that his brother Mickail was mixed up and some guys wanted to kill him and his cronies. Orion, his brother Mickail, Jelly Belly and others, they were at a bar because Orion, he told them that he would buy them a round of drinks. While they were there having a drink, a silver Toyota Axia motor car drove up and stopped. 3 hoodlums jumped out of the car. One was armed with a rifle and the others, they were armed with handguns. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire hitting 3 of the males who were there. Jelly Belly, he was not hit. Orion, who was not involved in anything that was going on, he received multiple gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body, and he ended up dying on the spot. Another male received a gunshot wound to his right thigh, and another one received gunshot wounds to his chest. After the shooting, there were several reprisals and counter-reprisals, and this saw many persons who were involved or not involved being shot and killed. On the night of Monday, October 11, 2022, Jelly Belly, he was shot and killed at a bar in the Froome area of Westmoreland. Now, we are learning that a few days ago, Mickail, he was involved in a conflict with some guys at a bar at Townhead in the parish of Westmoreland. It is not known if That is why he was targeted, or if this is a continuation of the long-standing Darling Street war. But last night, Wednesday, May 21, almost 11:30, Mickail, he was at the Double Impact Bar and Gaming Lounge at Solar Square in the Burn Savannah area of Westmoreland when he was pounced on by two hoodlums who were armed with guns. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire hitting Mickail to his head, his upper and lower body. Mickail, he fell on his back on the floor and he ended up dying on the spot. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the area. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, 13 9mm spent shells and 1 9mm live round was recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain, Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Good boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn, country and town man a play blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica,